After several minutes of walking into dead ends, so many dead ends, I finally found the entrance to the Phantom Knight's tomb. So I kept shooting till I killed all 6 of them and can claim my newest trophy and some rather nice armor. I think I could go my whole life never hearing another ghast again. But now that I know what I'm meant to be doing, the fight got a little easier. Not by much though. Still, I triggered the traps correctly and finished the Ergast for good. A few snowflakes were falling, and the largest flake of all was alighted on the edge of one of the flower boxes. This flake grew bigger and bigger until at last it turned into a woman, who was dressed in the finest white gauze which looked as if it had been made from millions of star-shaped flakes. She was beautiful and she was graceful, but she was ice shining, glittering ice. She was alive for all that, and her eyes sparkled like 2 bright stars. But in them was neither rest nor peace. The Snow Queen hides away in the Aurora Palace, marking the final path for us to follow. Before we can meet the illustrious Snow Queen, we must first face off against the Alpha Yeti, a large and destructive beast that hides within the caves in the snowy forest. Will we thwart the ape-like beast, or will we succumb to the cold of the snowy forest? Finishing the business we left unattended last week, I reorganized my chest to give us some more space. Thankfully, the Yeti won't require us making anything special for this fight. All I did was enchant a spare bow so we could use it to upgrade my main bow to power 3. The first step is to slaying the Alpha Yeti is to find one. First we have to go to a snowy forest. It's exactly as described, it's a forest that's snowy. Pretty easy to identify. I hope this little cape thingy will be enough to keep me warm while we explore. I mean, my legs will be fine. If I stub my toe, my legs will be set on fire. Or will the table be set on fire? Let's just hope it happens to the Yeti this time. The Alpha Yeti is a dime a dozen. If you've found a snow biome, you've probably found at least 4 of them. The one I'm going to is right here, just behind my house. Instead of charging in through the front, I'm going to go round the back and enter here. This is because the Yeti cave just sticks out into the surrounding biomes, so no one will give us any trouble as we enter. The Alpha Yeti caves is probably just as you've imagined it. It's a cave with ice and Yetis in it. Yetis are a unique mob as they'll grab you and throw you if you get too close, but other than that they are content to leave you be as long as you do the same. So unlike the Ergast, we don't have to worry about the Alpha Yeti's companions as much. We just have to make sure we don't stand too close. Which I absolutely did. The Yeti is immune to arrows in its first phase. In this state it will chuck ice bombs at us that will freeze anything near it. This means we have to get up close and personal to land some sword hits. After a few hits, the Alpha Yeti starts flailing around. Getting too near means getting hit, just like these poor baby Yetis. While doing this, chunks of ice fall from the ceiling, damaging anyone below. So there's a lot to dodge while shooting the Alpha Yeti. Good thing I'm a pro at strafing. Once his tantrum was over, he sat down to have a little cry. When he felt better, he stood back up and we repeated the process, only this time I was caught and thrown. Fortunately, I didn't take too much damage thanks to those feather-falling boots I made last episode, so I could go right back to shooting, swiftly defeating the Alpha Yeti. This was another case of grab the loot and run, as I don't fancy being thrown anymore. Safely outside, we can check out our cool new trophy. I think this one's my favourite, it's just so long and wide. I think if this was the quickest boss fight to date, I expected it to go on for a while, but it didn't. I guess I've just become that powerful. Although I shouldn't let this get to my head, as we still have 3 more challenges ahead of us. The next of these challenges is the Snow Queen hidden away in the Aurora Palace. But before we get whisked away by her, look at my newest trophy on the wall. It's a little sad to see it almost full, but I am a little proud. I also have to get another barrel, I can't just keep rearranging them. What are these barrels for? They hold the other stuff from the bosses, so dungeon blocks and other boss drops, keeps them all nice and organised. Like most of the mob drops, the Yeti's fur can be used to make Alpha Yeti armor, a ridiculous looking set of armor that is just better than diamond. Along with this, it basically has the opposite effect as the fire ingot armor, where it has a chance to freeze the attacker instead of lighting them on fire. I made a helmet out of it because it's iconic, and also because the fire prot 1 on my old helmet isn't going to help us up against the Snow Queen. So once I prepare some more food, we are ready to take on the Snow Queen. The snowy forest is multi-layered. On the outside this is the snowy forest, but on the inside it's the icy glacier. A massive lump of ice with a castle on top. If we want to fight the Snow Queen, we have to make our way to the top of the glacier. Cue the ice digging montage. The walls of the palace were driven snow. The windows and doors were knife-edged wind. There were more than 100 halls shaped as the snow had drifted, and the largest of these extended for many a mile. All were lighted by the flare of the northern lights. All of the halls were so immense and so empty, so brilliant and so glacial. I'd argue that this description seems accurate. Like the Ergast and the Lich's Tower, we have to work our way through the many chambers to the top where the Snow Queen awaits us. And oh boy was this place fun. I swear it was more confusing than the actual labyrinth. So much up and down. Also, this place was way more paranoia-inducing than the Ergast Tower, which was meant to be creepy. You won't see any mobs for ages and suddenly you'll find all of them huddled in a room together. Speaking of mobs, there are 3 types that you'll encounter in the Aurora Castle. The ghost armor that will float along and attack you. They're slow and kinda stupid, so they're not that hard to deal with. Can't hold it against them, they are dead after all. The next are the stable icicles. They shoot snowballs at you that knock you back, but then also not too much to worry about. The last guys are the ones to worry about since they explode. When an unstable icicle dies, he freaks out a bit and then he explodes, changing the blocks around him. For the most part, these guys are pretty weak on their own, but when you run into a bunch of them at once or when they knock you down, they can pose a bit of a threat. Still, despite their best efforts, I made it through the tower, scoring some nice weapons along the way. One of these being the glass sword. Now, can you guess the gimmick of the incredibly powerful glass sword is? It breaks when you use it. Guess who forgot this? Cue a lot of internal screaming. This, kids, is why you always check your wiki. But it's fine, I got another one, so now it sits above my bed. Is having an incredibly powerful sword that can one-tap me hanging above my bed a smart idea? Probably not, but I don't sleep anyway. The benefits to the unstable ice crystal is that it turns the walls to glass, so you can both break through them easier and also admire the view. Many explosions and towers later, we finally arrive at this ice ceiling. The Snow Queen is above us. First, we just have to break through these layers and layers of ice. I hope she doesn't mind that I accidentally flooded her tower in places. Eventually, we reach the top room. Like all the bosses, she has phases. In the first phase, she will fly around overhead and spawn these ice crystals to attack you. They go down quite easily, so you can focus on shooting her in the face. At half health, she uses her flying platform to smash down onto the ground, hopefully crushing you in the process. During one of these attacks, she got a little stuck on the broken floor, and I could just shoot her with ease, finally putting the Snow Queen to rest. What was left of her was a lot of ice and snow, with Seeker Bow and the trophy. Far prettier than the Yetis. Instead of trying to navigate the 300 rooms again, I decided to take the elegant way out. Water column down the side, but this got me to my true prize. A penguin. I love penguins, they're great little birds, and the Twilight Forest has some of the best penguin designs I've seen, so obviously I wanted one. I took this little fellow who was sort of on the edge of the group, so they won't miss him. His name is Petunia the Penguin. I've only had him for 5 minutes, but crap, I've already lost him. Okay, so the baby proofing on the stairs didn't work, so now he lives with the horses. I'll make him an igloo or something to live in. God knows I have enough snow for that now. As for the trophy, it joins the wall with the rest, only one left now. Alongside the trophy was the Seeker Bow. The Snow Queen can drop one of 3. The Ender Bow that causes you to swap places with the target, the Seeker Bow that shoots a homing arrow, or the Tri-Bow that shoots 3 shots at once. Another weapon exclusive to the Snowy Forest are the Snow Bombs, dropped by both the Alpha Yeti and the Snow Queen. Places snow on the ground and causes the same freeze effect that the Alpha Yeti's attacks do. I'm sure all these unique weapons will come in handy in the final installment of our Twilight Forest adventure.